All right. Friday nights by now I'm conquered out. I'm gonna start, I think, because my channel has to get some sort of what's it called? Direction. Some sort of format. That's the word. And so I think on Friday nights, it may not be every Friday night, I'm just gonna play it by ear. But that's gonna be thrift day, Dollar Tree haul day, and whatever, whatever. I may encounter someone that I can interview or talk to. We'll just mix it up. But I think Fridays are the best day for thrifting and Dollar Tree. And I think I can hold myself to that because Fridays are not too bad. And then if I have my grandkids on Friday, then obviously I'll just do it Saturday. But I don't like going out Saturdays. Okay, Saturdays are when everybody's buzzing around. And I always tell people, do your stuff through the week, and then you don't have to be buzzing around on Saturdays. Never mind my hair. Okay, so I'm going to do my mini Dollar Tree haul first, and then I'm going to do a short story time that actually happened to my son, not me. And so anyways, my Dollar Tree hauls will not actually be hauls. They'll just be necessity things because I don't really need anything except for like seasonal stuff or whatever, and maybe like fun, little things thrown in there, but it'll just mostly be essentials. And I'm sorry to disappoint, but hey, there's a lot of other great Dollar Tree haulers out there for you. But anyways, I just got these are minis, and minis are a good way. York peppermint patties, and they're just nice because you can have one or two, and that'll satisfy your sweet tooth. So I like keeping them out in my little jar or whatever. Then we got 6 of these. I usually buy the big club size garbage bags because that's actually a better deal. But I mean, that's fine. This will just tide me over because I've actually went through all of my stocked up garbage bags. I'm actually all through it. So I need garbage bags. So I got 6 of those. Then I got me some, I already gave my son a couple pieces of saltwater toffee, which I love. This one is creamsicle. So grab that. Another one of those, have a little treat, and it satisfies. You don't need a big thing. One second, guys. Now, I did not need this, but do you guys remember this as a kid? What's it called? Is it called Laffy Taffy or just Taffy? Hammond's, the original old-fashioned flat taffy. You guys remember this? It was it used to be Neapolitan, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. I don't know what color this is. It looks purple through the package. They had all different kinds, and I kind of wished I would have got the original one, but I just had to buy it because it's a memory. That's why. I don't need an excuse. I got this. I haven't had these for a long time. Why? Because I like to make my own. I like to make my own with, I just melt down the chocolate chips with a little bit of coconut oil. And look at me already licking my lips. I'm already got saliva, I'm salva, whatever the word is. Melt down your chocolate chips and just get a little bit of peanut butter and just make little things. You can use little mini cupcake paper things, or you just do it on parchment paper or wax paper, whatever. I guess not wax paper. What am I talking about? But just mix it in a bowl. Just mix a whole bunch of chocolate and peanut butter in a bowl and eat it with a big spoon. Just more popcorn. I'm going to start making my own popcorn with kernels in a brown paper bag. What else did I get? Then again, this silly thing. I have to do things that help me with, well, everybody does, with their dexterity and things. And this is a pinball thing. It's one of those old games that you, that you pull the little lever here, I should have got the, I knew I should have set up the thing. But anyways, you pull this thing back. Hopefully I'm going to pull it back and it's not going to snap. And it shoots the ball, and it's just like pinball. And it's, I don't play games on my phone. I do not like stuff like that. But this I love this. I like cornhole. I like, what's the other game? I don't know. I don't like video games on my phone. Maybe I'd play Miss Pac-Man or Pac-Man or something like that, but like arcade games, yes. Pinball, yes. But games on my phone, no. No. Then I got this. This is the end of the haul, guys. This is just this. This was in the baby section, okay? And it's Gummy Bear exfoliating sugar scrub. Now, usually I make my own, but I'm out of sugar. And I didn't go to the grocery store to buy sugar. I'm not needing to go in there. So it says that it has glycolic acid in it. Hold on. All right. So yes, usually I make my own sugar scrubs with coconut oil and sugar. But anyways, it smells kind of like fruity, like a sucker. Like a sucker. It smells like candy. But it has like a weird, I don't know, I kind of like it. I don't know why. It reminds me of something. But anyways, for a dollar or whatever, $1.25 or whatever it is, I gotta do my feet. Okay, maybe I'm gonna do my home pedicure online because I had to go wear my Crocs today because it's so hot out right now. It's actually the first actual hot day. Yeah, I like that smell. I don't know. It's kind of grapey. I don't know. I can't place it. But anyways, I'm just going to wipe it on my pants. Anyways, I go to put on my Crocs. Well, number one, I haven't shaved my legs. And number two, I haven't scrubbed my feet for a couple of weeks. Usually I just take they say not to use them, my cheese grater scrubber thing in the shower periodically. You know, I just give my feet a scrub. Then when the nicer weather comes here, I get to soak in my feet and scrub them and give them a proper pedicure, pardon me. But I hadn't done that, and I had to I said, better do it, because the hot weather's coming, better do it. And then today, I said, should I wear my Crocs when my feet are atrocious? And I said, who cares? They're not summer ready, but nobody's going to be staring at my feet, except the strange people. So I wore them, but I have to either do that tonight or tomorrow for sure. A foot soak for 20 minutes in a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of body wash or soap or whatever. And then what I do is I scrub my feet down, use the cheese grater on the extra flaky parts, and then I put on any kind of moisturizer, and I use just plastic bags. You know, the fruit bags at the grocery store? Just take you a couple of those extra in your cart. And then after you finish scrubbing and moisturizing your feet, trimming your nails or whatever, put the baggies on your feet. Oh, put moisturize your feet, baggie. Then put your socks over that and let that either stay overnight. I can't keep it on my feet overnight. Or 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. And then take them off and put more moisturizer on and then your socks. And then you got baby smooth feet. So anyways, that's the end of my mini haul. What was that? I don't know, $10, $20. I don't know. Just a thing to get walking through the stores. That store, I like going to that Dollar Tree because most of the Dollar Trees I like to go to. But that one in particular, because they don't got nothing to say. They get out of my dang way and let me do my navigating around the store. I could take all the time I want. They're not going to boot me out. So I respect that and I appreciate it as a content creator because, hey, I'm giving your store free advertising. That's how I look at it. I've only been in a couple stores where they seem perturbed that I'm in the way and I'm making content. Well, I just don't go in them anymore because I'm funny like that. So anyways, this is the story. So my son had to go away for work and overnight, and he wasn't going to have to share his room, but they had to have another guy added into the mix, so he was sharing a room. I don't know why boys got to share rooms, but hey, I mean, grown-ass men, but that's just my opinion. So my son is, you know, he's learned his lesson anyway, not in a bad way, but he's got to put the secondary lock on the hotel room door, okay? Because he's, men don't care about things like that. But anyways, so him and his buddy, they actually get along really well. They had to share a room. So they go to bed. Well, it was 12:45, something like that. And the other fella is asleep. And my son didn't hear the door open or anything like that. Even though he's very, he hears things usually real good, he didn't hear the door open. All he does is look up and he sees a man in their room. And he said he's about 6 feet tall. It was a really tall man. And my son jumped out of bed right away, jumps out of bed and says, "What in the hell are you doing?" And the guy just turns around and walks out. He doesn't say, "So sorry," or "I didn't know you were in here," or anything like that. He turns and he walks out of the room. Well, my son goes into the hallway and calls him out and says, hey, I'm talking to you. What were you doing? Mistaken room, or, give me an explanation of sorts. Well, the guy just turns and, he's not, sorry, he doesn't turn around. He doesn't turn around and look at my son. He just keeps walking. Almost sounds like a nightmare, don't it? So my son obviously didn't sleep very well after that. He came in and he put the secondary lock on the door. Those secondary locks aren't very good. You should get if you're a traveler, you should get yourself one of those. They're just like a little beeper that goes off. It's like a magnetized thing you can put on the door. Or it sticks up with a sticky foam tape, You could use a alien tape or a 3M sort of sticker or something like that to use, and it'll just beep if someone opens your hotel door, especially single ladies traveling alone. I highly recommend for anybody. And you could also put a door in front of the door, a chair in front of the door as well. Just something that you'll hear, or wind chimes, anything, for the love of Jesus. So anyways, sorry for the sarcasm. So my brain doesn't work all the time, people. So then, okay, so my son puts the secondary lock on the door, gets back in his bed, but he can't sleep after that because, my gosh, I mean, it's not like the whole thing was the guy was like 6 feet tall. That's a big dude. And my son is he's healthy and he lifts weights. He's a strong guy, but you don't want someone coming in when you're at your most vulnerable, when you're sleeping. So, okay, fine. He wakes up in the morning and he goes to the the vending machine, and he comes back to the room and he tries to use his key card to get in. Well, it don't work. It worked all for the days they were there, and all of a sudden he comes back to open the door with the key card after that big fella had come to the room and used a key card of some sort, and now his key card doesn't work. So it's almost like his card was deactivated and that man's card was activated. Like, did the 6 foot tall guy say, "I lost my key card and I need a new one for my room," and the establishment gave him a new card? That's what it sounds like to me. They deactivated the card of my son and his friend and activated the one for the man. And the man probably, maybe does this all the time. I think that there should be some sort of report made about this, but my son went down to the front desk and nobody was there, which is odd as well, because usually someone in a hotel is always there. So anyways, so he's at the door, his key card's not working, and luckily his friend, his roommate, is in the room and obviously lets him in. But that scared the bejesus out of me because, I'm already worried enough when he's traveling, and now to know something like that happened. It could just be a man looking for a room to sleep in. I've known people to do that. They'll try hotel room doors, the keys or whatever, and they'll go and sleep in rooms that aren't taken. They just sort of mix in. Or he was just going to go in there and take their wallets and things, thinking they're asleep, and because it was quiet in the room, and get out, come in like a thief in the night and go out like a thief in the night. Or something else, Look at me. I already got my trauma eyes going. But that scared me. That scares me. I hate hotel rooms and motel rooms. I like to go away. I like to stay places. But there is an eerie feeling about a lot of places, you know what I mean? It's just creepy. So anyways, I'm going to get on the internet and see if I can find a solution for something, you know, some sort of, I don't know. There's so many things online that shows you how to arm yourself, you know, arm the door, you know, these safety locks and stuff like that. But there must be something better that he could have on the door to not let that happen again. That's for sure. I told him, I said, well, it's content. I'm using your story on my YouTube channel. He said, no problem. He signed an NDA, or he let me he signed a waiver I could use this story for y'all's entertainment. But isn't that scary? I mean, I'm already scared when he goes, and now that, some random man coming into your room. I don't know. Scary. Bye.